So just a heads up for today's video, Apexel did send me this lens to review, but they have no say in any way before that this video is being made, so everything that I say is going to be my real thoughts on this lens right here. Alright, so the package arrived and included was this lens here. It comes with a nifty little kind of soft case to carry it here. It has a mount like so, but I did go ahead and get this one as well, a much more sturdier one for such a big lens right here for some peace of mind, and it did come with a little tripod itself, although as you guys probably know, I'm going to be using a much bigger tripod. So the lens itself here comes with a cap on both the front and back here. I don't think we're going to be able to see inside there, but we do have a little protector here on the connector side as well, so it'll pop off just like so. And like I said, we're going to be using this mount right here, so you connect your phone in it like so, and this little piece can adjust up and down. So you just line this part up with the lens that you want to use. For example, if I had it on right here like so, I would just line it up this way with the correct lens, and then I could adjust like so to there. And it is a threaded mount here, which I do prefer. I have the Moment lens here, the Moment little system right here, which is great, don't get me wrong, but it is a bayonet style mount, and it does give me a little bit of worry whenever I use it that it'll kind of wiggle around and come loose like so. So having the threaded mount here with the Apexel definitely brings me a lot of kind of, what's the word, like relief, ease of mind while I'm using it. So anyway, once you get it lined up, you just set it up like so. Sometimes it takes me a couple tries to get it threaded in correctly, but then once it's in, like you can see there, it's not going anywhere. Once I get it nice and tight like so, I can shake it around. I feel completely confident in the mount itself like so, so that is definitely a +1 here. I definitely prefer threaded mounts. As for the build quality with this lens, it actually feels really good. We're looking at what feels to be an all metal construction here. You can see we do have our physical zoom ring here all the way from 20 to 40 times, and we also have our focusing ring here that's going to be important to set the focus for your device. And where you're looking at, you can see we've got a nice big hood here. You can see our inside front element just a little bit there, and that's what we're looking like on the back side. Nice threaded mount, nice and simple, just like so. But for the price, I feel like the construction on this feels super good. So that is a big +1 for me there at only about $50. So you can see we've got a nice big half full moon up there. So we've got our tripod set up right here, and we are going to get our stuff connected. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to get a setup here with the telephoto lens of the Vivo X100 Pro. So it is about 4.3 times 100 millimeters, and it does work actually with this lens. So I want to get as close as I can to the moon with this one. So we're going to couple the 100 millimeters here with the 20 to 40 times. Alright, so here we go. We've actually got it set right up to the moon, and we're actually in the 4K video mode here with motion cam. So we could actually punch in a little bit more if we go to 1080, but we're going to keep it here. And as you can already see, we are so zoomed in that as we wait here, we can see the moon already move across the screen as it moves through the sky. So we're going to have to move quick to take our photos here. So pretty cool right here, and we can punch in even more. Like I was saying here, if we go up to our resolution here, we do 1920 by 1080. Look how close we can get there. So next up, I'm just going to play some clips from a picnic the other day. Thankfully, there were a group of pigeons nearby, so let's check out some of the video from this. So my final impressions of this thing here are actually a bit more positive than I was originally expecting. I feel like creating a product like this is basically you're trying to do the impossible here, right? Because you're trying to make a super telephoto lens for smartphones, not just a single smartphone, but you're trying to get it to fit across multiple different brands who, for example here, look at the setup there on the back of my Vivo and the back of my Xperia 1 Mark V there. They have totally different design philosophies and everything. So trying to keep that in mind, you're trying to design a single lens to be able to do it all. Not to mention that super telephotos, they're incredibly difficult to do. Tons of different factors that you have to work through there. And with all that in mind, at this price point, I really do think it is actually a pretty cool option to give a go there. So I think the best use cases for this are gonna be kind of still video format where you're trying to record something really far away. The thing that you're trying to record isn't going to be moving too much, and you're not going to be moving too much as well, because as you can see here, there is no sort of inbuilt stabilization with this, and the longer focal length you get, the more shaky even little tiny movements are going to become. So that, and maybe some far away still photography where again the subject might not be moving too much. So yes. At the end of the day, I like their setup right here. I like their threaded mount. The little mount itself, it feels quite good. One little criticism I have is that the way it works, right? You have your mount on the bottom side here, so you're always going to be mounting it this way, right? And when it opens here, it's always going to open this way, and this little lens piece right here, it only goes up this high. And the way that a lot of my phones are, right, is this is the normal kind of orientation that you're going to be putting your phone in. Once you mount it like so, you can see it actually doesn't reach all of the lenses on the back here. So I have to choose which orientation to put it in for each lens. One thing I would like to see a little bit different is have this piece go a little bit higher so that it can go all the way, or simply just move this extending part to the bottom side here. That way it can go up and cover all the lenses there. But yeah, other than that, like I said, for the price point, I actually think this is a pretty cool option to try. They've got a ton of different lenses as well, so I hope to be able to try out some of their other stuff for you guys as well. But yeah, if you're in the market, it is a pretty niche product, but actually if you're in the market for one of these, I do think it is a pretty good option. So they do include actually like a little eye cup here as well that you can thread onto the back there, and you end up being able to use this as like a monocle kind of style piece. It lets you see really far away, and actually it works really well. It works much better than I expected as an actual kind of like singular kind of periscope. So for example, if you're maybe into camping or something like that, it's also a great option. It doesn't just mount to the smartphone, so it's kind of a dual use option there. So yeah, in that regard, it definitely actually gets a seal of approval for me. Like I said, at this price point especially, I can't really expect a whole lot more than what they've been able to give. So yeah, a really cool product overall. I hope to try a lot more different lenses, not just from this company, but I want to try lots of varying lenses. I know the market right now seems to be kind of booming in terms of third-party lenses. So if you have any recommendations about which ones you want me to try, do let me know down below. I'm going to do my best. And thank you as always for watching. A huge thanks to my current first channel member, Mark. Big shout out to you. Thanks for supporting me directly. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you guys in the next video.